the Giants, who have revealed their City Connect uniform for this season. Per ESPN, which is per MLB, which is per the San Francisco Giants, quoting the quoted who quoted the quoter, we have the following description. They teamed up with Bay Area musical artists for their latest uniform tribute. Okay? And this tribute it's a nod to the music scene within San Francisco. Psychedelic posters inspired the Giants script across the chest, which if you've seen looks kind of like a bubble letter situation. It looks like graffiti, but it's much puffier, I would say, than some of the graffiti you might be used to. It has fewer harsh lines and real bold edges.
It depends on your style. I'd call that graffiti. It just depends on your style.
Yeah, but don't you think it's a little bulbous or rounded or...
I mean, it's like I said, it depends on your style. I live by the train tracks, Brig. I see all kinds of graffiti all the time. Yeah. So I think graffiti is fitting. Absolutely.
I agree. Well, and it does look like it came straight out of a spray can with all those rounded edges, which is what I'm saying. So here we go. We've got that chest script. It's supposed to flow like the sound, similar to a lava lamp in motion. White lettering shaded with orange and purple, the latter of which is a nod to the Fillmore stage lights and the Haight-Ashbury posters. Fillmore is where the San Francisco music scene basically starts and stops, right? That is the pinnacle of San Francisco music in terms of venue. Here's a quote. They say, when they were known as the New York Giants before moving to San Francisco, the team wore violet from 1913 to 1917 in honor of New York University. That shade returns to link the club's roots to the San Francisco spirit of rebellion. Did you know, Brad, that the Giants at any point wore the color purple?
No, because I've only seen black and white photos.
Shut up, me too.
Yeah, that's why. No idea. That's really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really neat. I like that a lot. Further quoting, the outfield glove, which appears on the jersey's, what I believe, left sleeve, right? I guess it is going to depend on where the sponsorship logo goes. But on the sleeve, there's a glove, and it is a reimagining of the 1960s concert poster. San Francisco mark is included above the jersey jock tag. The uniform's cap blends San Francisco logo with tie-dye tones and an orange and violet gradient, and a similar color gradient appears at the end of the jersey. A neat detail of the design are 9 music genre tiles scattered throughout the socks. It's on the socks, the brim, and the jersey below the tuck line, and those represent hip-hop, blues, hyphy? Well, I don't know what that is. Rock, hyphy. Country, electric, pop, Latin, and jazz music. What is hyphy?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I know that's what it is. Well, awesome. It says it's a style of up-tempo hip-hop music originating in Northern California associated with a frenetic style of dancing.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. So if you're into that, it's really cool.
If you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. I guess, we've described it to death, and in their debut, they lost wearing them. So, Brad, I guess I just want to know what you think. What do you think? How do you feel?
I like it. I think it looks really cool. It does definitely have a Grateful Dead vibe to it, I feel like. That patch on the sleeve, my first thought was Fish, which, they're not from the West Coast, so that's not really that fitting, but that was kind of the vibe I got, and I think that it's supposed to be because it's the same kind of genre, right? I really like the graffiti look. I think it's really cool. The black is awesome with kind of that feathering, I guess, across down the front. The hat is nice. I like that they went away, because one of my complaints with the other was that all they did was make an alternate jersey, right? Like, they didn't do a whole lot special with it. They added the bridge to the hat. They added the bridge to the side. They made it foggy, which means that there's like a white gradient against orange. or a white gradient against a white background, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is more vibrant. I like what they've done with the colors. I like what they've done with the different logo. And the Giants, like, that gets me. That's so cool because I love graffiti art, like street art. I love it. Huge fan. So I think it's cool. I think it's great. And they guess what, Brig? White pants.
Yeah, white pants. Yep. I think the
What
white
do you
pants
think?
are the way to go. Now, what's subtle, and in many of the photos you might not see this, and this honestly changed my opinion, is there's a subtle pinstripe running across the black jersey
That's
body.
that feathering that I was talking about. To me, it reminds you of the feathers on the Oregon Ducks football uniforms.
Ah,
I like that
I
a
see what
lot.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they look like vinyl grooves, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
the idea.
Oh yeah.
I think the gradient from purple to orange is super cool. If it weren't for the pinstriped vinyl grooving, whatever, how do I say this? That detail increased this uniform's value for me by at least 15%. Like, it was a little too bland for me, a little too, like, I don't know. Not thoughtless, because it's very carefully done, but it just felt a little like, mm, like they were missing something, right? Which I will admit I did not notice this finer detail on the pinstripes until way, way after I'd seen it originally. I had to really examine when I was
A lot
deciding
of the
how it
original
felt.
pictures make it just look black.
Right. And I think it's really important to look closely at that. So if I were going to buy one of these and wear it on the street, if it were straight black, I would never buy it, ever.
Mm.
But because it's got that groove, that pinstripe in it, okay, then
Mm.
now there's a better chance of me picking up a jersey. The other thing is on the gradient elements, especially around the sleeve, is it's got kind of a metallic satin sheen to it. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's not flat, and I like that. I think that's another big deal design choice. For me, if I'm going to grade these on a scale, um, I'm probably giving these like 5+, five and a
Out of
half
out of 10.
out of 10. Yeah,
Okay.
I could go.
I go
I could go
7.5.
6. I could settle
I go
into 6.
7.5 because if I'm collecting, like if I wanted to go buy a jersey from every team, this is the one I would buy from the Giants. I love it. I think it looks awesome.
Hey, that's a great way to grade it. If you were going to buy any of the Giants uniforms, is this the one you would buy?
I guess that's the way we do it now.
I guess we do it now.
Should we move
The
on to the
answer is
Rockies?
no. For me, this is
Okay.
the answer is no.
Okay.
I would not buy this one.